America is on the brink of historic political change. There is a renewed interest in civil rights with lots of talk about freedom and equity. The business of American politics is being remade in 2008 by the addition of two very unique presidential candidates. One is Senator Hillary Clinton, a self-acclaimed feminist. Her candidacy sets the topic of feminism back into a national dialogue. But where is feminism going with new generations of women in the 21st century? Most women over 40 may be fed up with decades of endless arguments that all lead to the same dismal place. Since these arguments have definitely remodeled the society that we live in every day, many of today's young women find old-fashioned second-wave feminism to be irrelevant because freedom of choice is typically accepted in their generation. As I watched Hillary Clinton's campaign during the Iowa caucus, I began to wonder if women were thinking about how their roles were changing in American culture. So I traveled from Omaha to New Orleans to interview women from different states. Through the course of talking with these women, two things became clear. First, some women see Hillary Clinton as a symbol of their own experiences, and that perception alone will influence their vote. Second, whether they support Senator Clinton or not, the presidential race of 2008 has changed the way that all women will view politics. But the group that will embrace that change the most are today's girls and young women.
A woman should be able to run for president, but that I don't know it's her place to be president.
I do really admire Hillary Clinton for what she's done. She's gone further than any other woman potential president.
I think it would be great if we had a woman president because they might focus more on the children and education and health care and things that really affect people's lives. But I don't see Hillary Clinton doing that. I really don't.
I support what she's doing. I support the strength that she's shown, being the only woman that's ever really tried to do this and has been taken seriously.
Hillary I'm not a big fan of. I think she lets her womanly emotions get in the way of making decisions. I don't think that she can put aside how she feels about something to make a strong decision.
I think in politics, whatever the candidate you have, they need to be somebody who's going to give and take. And I don't see her compromising a lot.
You never know. I think she'll be good. As for being president, I think she'll do good.
I think she's brilliant. I think she's very intelligent. I think she helped Bill along the whole way, and I think by sticking by his side, that was good for where she's at now.
I just don't feel like Hillary's the right person to be the president at this time. Maybe in the future.
She is a strong woman. You go, girl. I like Hillary. She has the background because let's face it, who ran the White House when Bill was in? Hillary or Bill? So I think she'll do a good job.
Is Hillary Clinton the right person for that? I don't know.
The advantage of her presidential candidacy is lots of girls and young women seeing it possible for a woman to be a leader, and the role model that is, and the value that Hillary Clinton presents to our country in terms of female leadership and feminist leadership. The United States, I think, would have a different kind of political process and level of discourse if we had more women leaders. Women who will elicit social change, that will talk about gender inequity and move towards equity, that will have a civil rights agenda, that will talk about economic fairness and confront the system.
I'm not sure about how she's going to directly approach those issues. I think it's more important that she be the example.
I think she'll give it a good shot because she's so much for the middle class and champions their rights, which I think they get kind of lost in the shuffle.
I feel like a lot of women will vote for Hillary simply because she's female, not because of what she stands for or anything else.
I already have my mind made up or whatever, and there's not much they can do to change it. She would have to just literally come out and say, you know, I hate you or something, you know, it would have to be, she would have to literally come out and say it to me personally before I would not vote for her.
I don't want America to get behind a woman just because she is one. I want us to find the right one.
Historically, I believe that America could be ready for a female president, but let's not nominate or elect anyone solely on that.
Because Hillary is a woman, she has my vote.
Oh, I'm happy. I'm glad she is, and I will vote for her.
It doesn't bother me at all, Hillary being a contender and being a woman. I'm still not sure that she's the right person.
Hillary is strong in a lot of respects, but there's, I don't know, I've also seen her kind of wobble a little, and I don't know if a woman can afford to wobble when she's trying to get into the White House.
I think the first female president in the United States is going to have to balance this hard line of being seen as tough on our values while still being negotiating in a different, softer, more humane way. And it'll be interesting to see how that's negotiated.
A woman president would have to be very, very, very measured in her emotions and controlling them.
Politics has, for the most part, been a boys' club.
You know, it's really time for women to step up.
Politics, for some reason, has a very stodgy side to it. It's a very entrenched thing, and you look at senators, they're all old white men except for a very few. So it's sort of behind the times as far as the culture in general. Culture in general, as I said, nobody's surprised by a woman priest or a woman judge or, you know, a woman attorney anymore. But we still don't have women senators, we still don't have women congressmen, we still don't have a woman governor in Iowa, we still don't have women presidents.
The way I feel about it is if it's someone who is a person of integrity, who has the ability to lead and is going to lead correctly, I don't care if it's a woman or a man.
Well, maybe it's time for a change. Maybe we could have a woman president.
I think we need it.
I think we need it.
Women are better organizers. She gets in office, she's gonna clean this place up.
I think it's time, and I look at it like I don't think she could do any worse than the person we have now.
I think right now everyone just wants to get Bush out of office and they think that whoever comes in is going to make everything better, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I think we definitely need a new president. I definitely agree with that. I think the fact of having a woman in office is wonderful. I think we need to get some of that testosterone out of there. That's what causes all these wars.
Well, like my mom said, I think that if we have a woman president, that we just need somebody better.
When you look at the fact that Pakistan has had a woman leader, then I don't think we should have any problem with it.
I mean, it's amazing to me that you can have in third world countries a lot of female politicians. And I'm like, yay, you know, it's about time. It's good. And America should be ashamed of itself.
So many other countries already have women, you know, leaders or minority leaders. And I think it's kind of proof that we're not really where we think we are. And I think it's about time that if we keep saying this about ourselves, that we really live up to it.
I think we're kind of behind as far as the world outlook. I don't know if America is ready.
The worldview is probably going to be more accepting to the fact of a woman president than us here in America, I think.
I think America's ready for change. Whether it's electing the first black president or the first woman president, they're going to come down to a decision that they're going to have to make. And I think where everybody's really ready for change, definitely.
I don't think they are, especially Hillary.
Definitely think it's about time that we've brought a woman into the elections. We've been talking about it for a very long time, but we haven't ever really taken it seriously.
I don't think we're ready.
I don't think we're lagging behind, but I think it's time. I think this is the time to do it. I think she can do it. Yeah.
I don't know if we're ready or not. I really don't. I don't think we're behind the times. I think there, needs to be a change, but it needs to be the right person too. Not just because they're a man or a woman, but because be a good presidential candidate.
Oh yeah, I certainly believe that America is behind the times. America has allowed men to control our countries, make decisions.
I think we're ready. It's just finding the right woman to do it.
She may be elected and it, may turn out to be the right time for her as far as America is concerned.
No, I don't think they're ready to accept her in because a woman has never had that much power. And to be honest, men are afraid of women having power.
There's a tradition of men being in leadership, and there is a resistance. There's always a resistance when a female is brought on, because there's question of traditional role, and men don't want to trust the leadership of women because they want to be in charge.
I think men still have the mindset that a man leads and a woman follows.
And if we're such a melting pot, why do we only have white men that have been our leaders? So yeah, I think it's beyond time. I mean, we're past due for a strong female leader.
We are so far behind. When we look at Congress, very few Congress members are women. And in Iowa, we've never had a woman governor, or we've never sent a woman to Congress. And it's silliness. It's silly prejudice. It is unfounded myths about what constitutes a good leader. I want to see more women at the school board, at county, city levels, as well as state and national levels, running for office. If we don't run, we can't win. We can't lead from that elected position.
And I do hope that more women do have more careers in politics.
It just seems to be taking some time for that to change, and that is a career path that has a lot of longevity in it. So people that have been senators for decades and amazing amounts of time. So it takes a while for change to happen there.